Hey, hey,
Raylla,
Yeah.
like, or
Can you hear
wait,
me?
I love
Raylla,
you.
or
I
Are you
love
there?
I need to talk to you.
I totally do.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us. This is Witch Slaps Witching Hour. My name is Rowell,
I'm Christina.
I'm Dani.
and this is episode 5, I think, of Witch Slapped. Is that right, Dani?
Yeah, so
Okay.
five. Going strong.
Well, I just want to welcome back Christina.
Hey,
She went to
Christina.
Comic-Con last week. Christina, how was it?
Yes. It was great. Because of some family stuff, I was only able to go on Thursday, but I was there for the majority of the day. I got to do the Motherland panel. I did some press stuff, walked the floor, bought some stuff, got some free stuff. It was great. It
Awesome.
was Comic-Con.
So can you tease a little bit about what you learned at the Motherland panel?
Let's see. Elliot Lawrence has a lot of ideas for things like spin-offs or just some sort of like continuation of the story that may not necessarily be on television.
Hmm.
Okay.
And then he kind of teased a little bit about the end of the
Oh,
season, the
really?
series. Yeah, we're kind of going towards the black hole and everything's gonna
Wow.
change.
And then,
Yeah.
I think a few fans were saying, oh, come out for Elliot to come out with like a book series or comics to
Mhm.
continue the story. And Christina has a piece that will be up on our site about what Christina learned at the panel. So be sure to check that out, popwire.net. And and then next year, all three of us are going to go to Comic Con, right?
Woo.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Daddy and I feel so like sad that we're FOMO, but
The worst FOMO ever. Like,
we will be there next year. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, we should have a unit name for us, like the
yeah.
Oh,
Popwire unit or what? Yeah, Popwire unit.
yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be funny. We got get little pins.
Okay, so the episode that just aired, this past episode, is called Book Club. And before we get into the episode, I wanted to know what you two are reading. I'll go first. So I have my Kindle here. I am reading, let's see, hold on, it's waking up. I don't usually open it that much, so it's like asleep right now. It's but so I am reading Reginald the Vampire. It is actually no. It's actually called Fat Vampire. It's a book series, and Sci-Fi is adapting it into a TV show called
Okay.
Reginald the Vampire. So yeah, they didn't want to keep the original title for the show, so they changed it to Reginald the Vampire. And that show actually went to Comic-Con, and we will be covering it on popwire.net. So that's what I'm reading. What are you reading, Christina?
I'm reading right now Women on Waves. It's one of the couple books that I'm reading, but this is about the evolution of females in surfing and how important they are and like all the culture that's related to it and stuff. It's
Mhm.
really cool.
Sounds really interesting.
What about you, Dani?
Um, so this is one of the books I'm reading. It's called Gut Cemeteries, and it is by Jeanette Winterson, my all-time favorite author. It's a love story, but it incorporates a lot of things that I'm interested in. So a lot of science, tarot, astrology. There's just a ton of symbolism in it. It's a really good read.
See, this is how smart the two of you two are. Like, you guys are reading like smart books, and I'm reading a story about a fat vampire. Yeah. All right. So let us dive into book club. So book club is episode 306, so the sixth episode of the third season, and it is described as follows. Tally reunites with her mother and finds a reason to keep fighting. Abigail and Adil return to Fort Salem to find their home has changed. Scylla and Edwin work together in attempt to reach Raylla. Anacostia and Sterling plot and escape. So Motherland for Salem Book Club was written by Nikki McCauley and directed by Shannon Coley. And the episode aired Tuesday, July 26th at 10 p.m. on Freeform. So Dani, so the main unit, Abigail, Tally, and Scylla, who's now part of them, they split up. So can you tell us about who split up where they're going, and what their goals are, what their plans are?
Yeah. So at the end of the last episode, Alder had come back and she saved the day. But right towards the end, she fell ill. So what ends up happening is she's too weak to like transport herself back to the mycelium. So Abigail and Adil decide that they're going to take her back to Fort Salem, to that super cool mycelium wall, to help her, go back to the mother. And then we also see, so we have Edwin in the picture as well. So Scylla decides that she is going to take Edwin to their family friend's house, Quinn, just somewhere where he can be safe. And then Tally, she becomes really concerned about her mom, right? Because obviously the Camarilla knows where their parents are now, which is why we saw her get a hold of Edwin. So she decides she's going to go to NorCal to go check on her and make sure she's okay.
Christina, there is a lot going on with the Camarilla in this episode. A lot. What can you say about it?
They are bad news bears. They're not some good people. Tally and everyone discovers, the witches are being forced to wear collars when they're out in public so that they can't do their work. So that's not good. Camarilla, they're definitely escalating now that Silver is president. We know Silver is going to have the army invade the session because they wouldn't send back our group, which is not going to be fun because that's witches versus witches, which is ultimately what he wants. He doesn't care really why. He just wants a reason for witches to fight witches. And then, back at Fort Salem, the Camarilla, or, Colonel Abbott, or not Colonel Abbott, what's his name?
Sergeant Jared.
That's it. Colonel Jarrett. That's it.
Oh, Colonel Jared.
Yes, Colonel Jarrett is recording everyone's training. So basically the Camarilla have a direct line to what they're going to be up against. So really not good at all.
And then, so Dani, Tally, you were mentioning that, Tally goes to her mom or whatever, but she goes to North Cal. I think was it near Sacramento, right?
It's near Sacramento at the matrifocal compound that her mom lives at. And it's actually the location where President Silver is trying out the collars. So when she arrives there, that's one of the first things that she sees is she sees a witch family, actually, a mom and a dad and two little kids, and the parents are wearing these collars and they're being hassled by a police officer, it looks like. And yeah, can I just say that that whole addition to this story is very haunting of what we have seen in our past history. And it just kind of makes me shudder inside. But anyway, so she gets back to the Sacramento area, and she goes to her mom's house. And obviously it's a huge surprise because she hasn't seen her mom in a while. And her mom's like, "What are you doing here? You're wanted." And it turns out that her mom, her name is Renée, she's a total badass.
Love it.
Great.
That was such a huge surprise. I was like, what? Who is this woman? And it's not the same woman that we saw in season 1.
No.
Totally transformed. Yeah. But anyway, so she has a group of women coming over for book club. And Tally's like, book club? Like, what? We got to get out of here.
Yes.
But it's actually not book club at all. They are planning to raid a government building of the witch genealogical records so that they can destroy them. Tally uses her sight and finds that they have hidden away, I think in the basement. These huge crates full of this other kind of witch collar, like a collar that you actually can't take off once it's closed. So it's just part of that progression that we are going to see as far as oppressing the witch community. And yeah, it's very scary. Yeah. So then her mom basically lights the bonfire, and again, such a badass move. She like does a dash for the spell, and then
so cool.
So many badass mom moments in this episode.
Seriously, all the women, they're all badasses.
Yeah,
so badass. Yes.
So with Tally and her mom May, there's a really important moment for them in the kitchen. It starts off as being kind of silly. Where Tally's like, "Hey, remember when you broke that dish?" And May's like, "You should try it." Yeah. And they laugh together, and it's a really cute moment. And then Tally, she ends up apologizing to her, saying, "Hey, like, I finally understand why you didn't want me to go. And I understand what it feels like to be fearful of a future that you don't have any control of." And obviously she's thinking about that doomsday premonition that she had with Raylla. And she's like, "I don't know what to do." And I think throughout this season, she's had kind of a lack of confidence in herself. She's not fully trusting herself and her abilities. And her mom says to her, like, "That warrior that I saw last night, that woman is going to know what to do when the time comes. And you just need to trust yourself, Tally. Just trust yourself." And I think that was exactly what Tally needed to hear. And it came from a person who she loves and respects very much. And so I really think that from here on out, I think we're going to see a more confident Tally.
So when Scylla goes back to Quinn's, I think Edwin is at a gas station, right? And then Scylla comes to save him. And then Scylla, I wrote it down. What did she say? Oh, what did she say?
She like whispers in his ear.
Yeah.
Something like, "Thank you for your time, sir. Have a good day."
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. Yeah.
And then Edwin gets upset because, Edwin doesn't want Scylla to get exposed and caught. And then we see that he gets really upset. And then can you guys talk about why he's so upset at that moment?
Scylla is all he has left at this point. He is just finding out what happened to Raylla. He doesn't have his wife. He doesn't really have anyone except for Scylla, and she's the only small connection to family that he has.
And I thought that was so touching when he said that, "You're all I have left." My heart kind of broke a little when he said that. What about you, Dan? What did you think of that scene?
Yeah, like you said, it was heartbreaking. But Scylla was very quick to reassure him that, yes, you're going to have me. You're always going to have me. But Raylla, she's alive and she's okay.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when he says, "I wish I could just hear her voice." And then, kind of a light bulb goes off for Scylla. She's like, "Actually, I think we can probably do that."
We can make that happen.
Yeah, and then that's when this thing happens, right?
Yep.
What, has she always had the ability to do that? Because I'm wondering why she hadn't done that sooner.
Well, we saw her trying to contact Raylla with a death cap in previous episodes.
Okay.
She had a hard time remembering the seed.
Okay.
Or it just wasn't working, and eventually it did happen, but we don't see her actually speaking to the death cap. So maybe she tried a little something different with this time, but we didn't actually get to see how that went down.
And then success, they make contact with Scylla, I thought that was so cool and funny at the same time, the visual of it.
Yeah.
But then Willa walks in and she shuts it down really fast.
Yeah. Not happy.
Why do you think she did that?
She wants to keep Raylla there. Like she is in full on mom mode. She's
Mhm.
like, I have to protect my baby girl. And that means no connection to the outside.
Mm.
I don't know if Raylla has the ability to leave if she wanted to. But yeah, Willow's definitely trying to keep her there.
Definitely full on mama bear mode.
Yeah, because that's all she's ever wanted to do is protect Raylla.
Mm.
She has had, I think she's been pretty intuitive as far as what was coming, and it's actually finally happening.
Mhm.
And yeah, but dang, Taylor Hickson in that scene, man, she just like the
Girl
way
can act.
she can bring out those emotions.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
It's so palpable, and like it makes me choked up every single time. Every time she
Mhm.
like that, I'm just like, ooh.
Yeah. And it's amazing that, like this season, she has very little screen time in these episodes, but when she's on screen, like she commands the screen and her presence is just so powerful. And you can feel those emotions and, it's heartbreaking to see her cry and especially since she hasn't spoken with, her dad and Scylla in forever. So it's sad when, her mom disconnects that really fast, that connection. And Quinn finds a way because Quinn says that she's talked to Willa like from far away all the time. And then if there is still a little bit of Willa inside Willa, then she'll listen to Quinn. So Quinn finds a way to speak with her. And then this pretty cool scene. I love the visual effects in this show. It's pretty cool. So she starts to like materialize in the room, and we see Willa in person, and that whole scene too is just heartbreaking because not only are the two close friends reunite, but there's a scene where Willa is talking to, I think, Quinn, and then we see Edwin grab Willa's hand, and then they look at each other and they're teary-eyed. Can you guys talk about what that scene was like to you guys?
Heartbreaking, but also like so beautiful.
Mhm.
Like you could see at that moment there was no effects of the mycelium or anything with Willa. It was just pure emotion and feelings for Edwin and her family at that moment.
What about you, Dani?
I guess this is more of an intimate interaction that we see from them for the first time, and it's like hearing Willa apologize for faking her death, and I don't know, it was just finally a moment of, I think, closure that Edwin had been robbed of because she decided that she was going to leave and join the spree. And so I think Edwin's been needing that, like to be able to say goodbye to a loved one. That is a very special thing. And so it was just, yeah. I mean, it really warmed my heart to be able to see Edwin get that moment. And then also we heard that really heartfelt plea from Scylla saying like, please, like, I will protect her if you give her back to me. I can't live without her, she says,
And she even says, if you can't bring her back, let me go with you.
yeah, let me go with you.
Right? I was so worried that Willa was going to turn dark. So when she was hugging Edwin, I thought like, oh my God, something's going to happen. She's like going to snap his neck or something. But I was really relieved that, we had a genuine Willa Edwin moment. That scene was so beautiful. And then, just as fast as she appeared, she dematerialized into dust and he hunched over, and that was really, oh yeah.
I was thinking about it like,
Yeah.
So one of the big themes that I think we've seen in Scylla's character arc is an arc of redemption. In season 1, she's like this murderous terrorist who's part of the spree. And And then she falls in love with Raylla and has a change of heart. And after losing Raylla, she realizes like, I want to do better. I want to do better by her. And I think also being mentored by Willa and seeing a different way to make an impact. She starts to do things to redeem herself. And in this season in particular, we see her redemption with Raylla. So they're back together. They're more in love than ever. It's beautiful. And then we see her earning the trust of the rest of Raelle's units, her sisters. So with Tally and Abigail. And I think this last thing that we see in the episode we just watched, she gets, what's the word? Edwin kind of gives her this vote of confidence and says, whatever you did before you met Raylla, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm not going to judge you. I can see that the way that you feel about Raylla is real, and that's all that matters. And you can see that it really touched Scylla. So again, it's just like another added layer of the redemption that she's been seeking, so that she can feel good about what she's doing and who she's becoming.
I love that Edwin acknowledged Scylla as, being someone who Raylla really loves. I thought that was really beautiful. You know how, because he was saying, Raylla has a family here now and who can take care of her. And she has a beautiful woman that can look out for her, or whatever the saying was. But I thought that was really beautiful that that he's accepting of their relationship and stuff like that. Because like there's a lot of stuff going on right now in the real world that are pretty crazy. Yeah. And wait, is that a rainbow pin I see on your shirt, Christina?
It's not a pin, but it's on there.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Just a pride shirt.
And then Daddy, raise your rainbow drink.
I love Lynn's kombucha.
And then I'll put my rainbow, I have my rainbow glasses. Love is love is love. Love is love. Okay. And then near the end of the episode, Christina, so I thought this part was really cool when we see Willa and Alder near the drilling sites, right? Can you explain what's going on in that? That was
well, there's some Camarilla, I'm assuming people employed by the Camarilla drilling and trying to poison the mycelium. So these bitches come and they're just like, boom, 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 you're all shrooms now. So they just destroyed them. And then they kind of destroyed the last of the drilling sites so that the mycelium's no longer being poisoned. So hopefully that means Alder's no longer being poisoned.
You know what, too? When Willa, and this is another part of like the moms like kicking ass, when she did that, the two men they froze and they turned like mushrooms all over. I thought that was really like beautiful. Like all this mushroom stuff is really pretty on the show. But can you imagine like art installations with like statues covered in mushrooms and stuff like that? That's pretty
cool.
Am I crazy, or does that look pretty awesome?
That would be actually really neat.
Yeah, right? I like that.
The mushroom people kind of creep me out. Like when we see the talking head in 201. I was
just gonna bring that up. That is creepy at AF. Oh my god. Yeah. And then so I think Willa says, was this the last of the drilling sites? And Alder says, it was. We'll be able to heal now. Willa says, this wasn't just for us, this was for Raylla. And then she asks Alder, you're off to find the song. And then Alder says that there's 2 pieces left, but there's something that she needs to do first. So, Dani, what does Alder do? Where does she go? What does she do?
Oh, yeah, this is another awesome freaking moment. She goes back to Fort Salem to give the witches their hope. And so what we see is there's this crowd that's forming around something, and then Cadet, is it Lopez? Cadet Lopez that Lopez runs into General.
I love her, by the way.
Mhm.
Yeah, she's so
She's so
cute.
adorable.
I want to see more of her.
I think we're going to.
I hope
in
so.
the next episode. At least I'm pretty sure she was in the little teaser for that next episode. But anyway, so she runs into the general and tells her that Alder's back. And we see General Bellwether walk up to the crowd, and sure enough, there's Alder. And we see a beautiful moment with Alder and Petra, where they like really unite again after they kind of had a falling out, right? Sort of, kind of. And they just give each other this look that says to me, like, I got you. We're doing this together. And Alder says, what exactly did she say? Do you remember?
I don't remember what she says to her at that point. Yeah.
Not lose hope.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember the rest.
Have faith and fear not. This will always be
a witch's place.
Yes, thank you.
Do not lose hope. Yeah. And then Dani, you were mentioning the falling out. I think you wrote an interview piece with Lynn Renée, right? With the scene where they did the transfer of power. So I will link that in the description below. So be sure to check out Dani's interview piece with Lynn Renée on that. And Christina's recap of book club is on popwire.net right now. And so we only have like 4 episodes left, right, of the season? Yeah.
We're on the back half.
And you guys.
It's gonna get good.
Yeah. So yes, that was a book club. It was pretty awesome. I can't wait to see what's coming up next. And you guys, so I was gonna save this for a separate video, but I don't know if you guys have heard of Redbubble, but they sell a lot of, it's kind of like Etsy, but I think they just do stickers. And I have a package here of stickers that we are going to unbox, and then we're gonna do a giveaway and stuff, because there's 100 stickers in here. Can you believe that?
100? Oh my god.
100, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so there's 100 stickers in here. Okay, so I'm gonna do an unboxing. There's a little tab here. I got it 2 days ago. Okay, so
It's so satisfying when it works right.
Ooh. Oh my gosh. Wait, okay. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, so you guys have your emails of the stickers, right?
Yes.
Okay, so the first one I see here is of sticker number 1, and that's from someone named a designer named Zaska.
That's
cute. Let's see. And this is my first time ordering from Redbubble, and so it's 3 separate stickers, y'all. So this is what it looks like. It looks like there's 2 sets here. So 3 here, 3 here. And then on the bottom screen right here, you'll see a clear version of, you know what I've always wanted to do while I'm doing this? Okay, so Christina's right here. Dani is right there. One of these days we have to do the Brady Bunch thing.
Oh.
That'd be really cute.
Okay, so what do you guys, I think this is super cute. What do you guys think of this?
I like those a lot.
Adorable. I
They're
love
the perfect size.
Yeah. I love how Tally and Abigail are holding the feet of Raylla
Yes.
over a wall or something. And then Scylla with her blue balloon.
A little bit of balloon with a heart.
With a little heart.
And that's Anacostia. And who is that?
That's Alder.
Is that Alder? I think?
Oh, it's Alder. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's 3
braid and the
stickers.
suit.
So there's a Motherland logo sticker. There's a sticker with Tally, Abigail, and Raylla. And then there's a sticker with they just said, it's Alder, Anacostia, and Scylla. There's a little heart there. So This is really cool. All of these stickers are matte because there was a glossy version. There was a glossy option, but that was like more expensive. But these look super cute. Okay, guys, ready for the next one? So the next one is number 2. Oh,
these are so cute too.
I love it. This one captures their personalities like perfectly.
Yeah, Tally's grin. Oh my god.
And then I guess like all of these stickers has Scylla with her blue balloon, but I love that this balloon has a smiley or a face on it.
Just a little face.
Yeah.
So cute.
Yeah, and these have like so much personality in them. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay.
Did you say who the artist was for those?
Oh yes, so this one is Diana Benitez. And hopefully we'll get her on Witch Slap soon to talk about her process and how she got into the show. And I think Dani's going to be interviewing her, so check out that soon. I think it's going to be in our next episode of Witch Slap, coming very soon. And number 3 is from a designer named Molotov V, or Molotov with an F near the end. And I think this is pretty cool.
The detail in this one.
Yeah, I like the colors a lot.
I love the colors too. It has like some kind of like purplish pink hue. It's not as purple as what is on the the digital version of it, but it's still pretty. And guys, these are 2 separate sets all on one sheet. When we give them out, it's going to be like half and half. So these are 6 separate stickers, and you can put them on whatever you want.
That's really cool. I thought it was just gonna be one.
Yeah, no, it's like 6 separate. It's pretty cool. Okay. And so collect all 6. So I want to know, where would you put each of these? Like, okay, where would you put Anacostia in your house, or like on your stuff? Like, where would you put?
Where would I put Anacostia? I feel like I'd want Anacostia like on my mirror.
Okay.
Like, when I'm like brushing my teeth in the morning, I'm like trying to feel empowered. I'm like look to her and be like, yeah, I'm gonna use Anacostia today.
I think I'd put her in my water bottle, just be like, stay hydrated.
Oh yeah.
And then what about Alder? Where would you put Alder?
Alarm clock. Wake up.
Yes, I like that idea. Okay.
Wake up and go.
Right. Scylla, where would you put Scylla?
Pillow.
Yes, love it, love it. I think you gotta put Scylla and Raylla together, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, because these are separate stickers, so you got to put them together. And then what about Abigail?
Abigail, I would want her like on my phone case, because again, she has like a powerful energy about her. She's a leader. Like, I want to be able to witness that throughout my day.
And then Tally.
Tally,
I feel like on my bedroom door, like on the inside, so when I'm leaving, I could see her, and it's like a good motivation, like have a good day kind of thing.
You have the best ideas.
Okay.
I have a lot of stickers.
So,
in lots of places.
So the next one we have, I think it's pretty cool. This one is another one from Diana Benitez.
This is one of my favorites. It's so cool.
It says Storm and Fury on it. It has Scylla dead center, Raylla right above, Tally on, I think that's Tally on Scylla's left, Abigail on Scylla's right. Then on the bottom right of Scylla is Anacostia, then Willa right next to her, and then Alder on the very bottom. Yeah, what do you guys think of this?
Poster.
Huh?
This could be like an official poster for the show.
It's really cool.
Yeah. And I think Diana Benitez has these in like bigger like poster size as well.
Yeah.
I think on Redbubble you can usually get everything, either stickers, posters, blankets, shirts, sweatshirts, all that stuff.
And I gotta say, like, so this again, like this is my first time using Redbubble. The order process was pretty easy. I hope they compensate the artists pretty well, pretty good. Because I hear like Etsy like takes out a lot of fees and stuff from
nice.
designers. So I hope Redbubble, and so Redbubble actually ships out so these are like from 5 different designers, all in one package. The quality is pretty good. And it shipped out pretty fast too, which was really awesome. And I think if you're like a first time customer, that you get like a discount, which is pretty cool.
Oh, right on.
Okay, so the last sticker is my favorite. It's one of my favorite moments from the series premiere, the pilot episode, and it's from designer Ameth. And this is what it is.
I love that.
Love that scene.
Yeah,
It's so good.
So perfect.
I like the colors in the background.
Pentagram.
Mm-hmm.
and then so what is that thing called again? I keep forgetting.
Salva.
Stella. Yes. Okay.
This is back when Scylla's still bad.
Bad.
Yeah. Hooks and rail.
Mm-hmm.
So for each of the stickers that I showed you, we have 10 of each. And if you've been paying attention to this whole episode of Witch Slapped, you may have noticed a code word appear on the screen somewhere. Go to witchslapped.net, enter in that code word, and we will choose a random person to. This is going to be really special, guys. So we're entering the code word that you saw at witchslapped.net, and then you'll get a choice of which one of these stickers you want, and then we will ship that to you. I think right now we're only going to ship to US and Canada, because if we ship internationally, like there's so much custom stuff and it's pretty expensive. So I think we're just going to limit this contest, unfortunately, to like just Canada and the US. So code word witchslapped.net, you'll win one of these stickers that we just talked about. And these are not sponsored, by the way. Like I kept mentioning Redbubble, but like we're too small of like an outlet to like do like but yeah, the stickers are pretty good quality. And yeah, we're gonna do a whole like contest on here, WitchSlapped, and maybe on like Twitter. So yeah, the 3 of us, we're gonna brainstorm on other like cool ways that you guys can win these stickers. And follow WitchSlapped on Twitter, follow Popwire on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and use a hashtag WitchSlapped to send a message to us. Please send messages to us. And use hashtag Motherland Fort Salem, hashtag Save Motherland Fort Salem. Anything else?
For those of you who are watching Motherland Fort Salem on streaming networks, watch the show as much as possible. Play it on the background. You can put it on mute if you want, but the more views it gets, the better, especially on the day that it goes on that streaming platform, and even within that first week after it's put up. So watch it.
And I have a piece of like sort of insider information. So a few years ago, Nielsen actually showed up at my doorstep. I was a Nielsen household for 2 years.
Exciting.
So they had to install this big box, and that monitored what we watched. A lot of people, they see the Nielsen numbers and they see the DVR numbers. Those DVR numbers they only count the households that have the Nielsen box. So a lot of people think that, oh, let me just watch it all the time on my DVR, so it'll count. If you are not a Nielsen household, unfortunately, those DVR numbers do not count. So like Dani said, watch it on all the legal streaming platforms, because those views are counted.
Yeah, that's more accurate.
Watch it legally, watch it everywhere you can, and tweet it a lot as well, because we want another season, right? Right.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, so I am excited for everyone to see the next episode. I saw a little bit of it. There's some good Raylla stuff, guys. So thank you all for watching. My name is Rowell.
I'm Christina.
I'm Dani.
And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.